Accidents in everyday life are things you want to avoid. Car crashes, barbecues gone wrong, that second date. But sometimes accidents can bring good things. It turns out that black pepper on vanilla ice cream is awesome. Chemistry, too, has benefited a lot from accidental discoveries as a fast track to applications that make life better and more discovery possible. In 1856, the 18-year-old English chemist William Perkin tried to make malaria medicine from coal tar, but accidentally discovered the first synthetic dye, mauve. Seeing Perkin a young millionaire, chemists all over chased two different goals: searching for new colors and finding more coal. Perkin's mauve was an aniline dye, so other chemists started playing around with stuff that had similar molecular shapes. In 1863, German chemist Joseph Wilbrand found a very yellow dye called trinitrotoluene. As a dye, though, it was just okay-ish. It wasn't very stable, and soon other better yellows came along. So trinitrotoluene sat on chemistry's most cluttered shelf, stuff we found while playing around. When it came to mining for coal, it had been known for a while that mixing carbon stuff with nitrogen stuff made stuff that goes boom. Around 1846, the bravely reckless Swiss-German chemist Christian Schonbein was messing around in his kitchen with nitric and sulfuric acids, because why limit yourself to just one nasty acid? Schonbein spilled his experiment all over the counter. He grabbed a nearby apron and mopped up the acid brew and then hung the apron to dry, which it did, being next to a hot stove and all, and then the apron quickly whooshed up into a bright smokeless flame. Turned out cotton plus nitric acid and heat meant Schonbein had accidentally discovered nitrocellulose. He also proved why kitchen chemistry is best left to molecular gastronomists. Known as gun cotton, this smokeless fire starter was great to get a larger explosion going, like a blasting cap used in a gun. But it had to be dry to work well, and when it was dry, gun cotton went quickly. So the search continued for better explosives suited for mining coal. In 1847 or 1846, the records aren't clear, Italian chemist Ascanio Sobrero found fuming nitric acid, why not, turned sticky glycerin into something truly explosive, nitroglycerin. This stuff was a great explosive, far more powerful than gun cotton, so the mining industry and military seized on it as an alternative to gunpowder. However, nitroglycerin didn't behave nicely when trying to detonate it, so many brave chemists and engineers gave their lives trying to improve it. A Swedish guy we'll call Alfred was deeply touched by tragic chemistry accidents. Alfred's dad made bombs for the Russian Navy, so explosives had become the family business. In 1864, Alfred's younger brother Emil was among 5 killed in a nitroglycerin explosion at one of their factories. Alfred was more determined than ever to make explosives safer. A story goes that one day Alfred dropped a vial of liquidy nitroglycerin, which would normally result in a shattering explosion. Fortunately, the vial fell on sawdust that soaked up the deadly liquid before it could explode. Alfred found that the sawdust included a clayey dirt from around the factory called diatomaceous earth, which bound the nitroglycerin and protected it from shock until it could be set off by a charge. Alfred patented this dirt nitroglycerin mix in 1867, which made handy sticks of explosives so you could package nitroglycerin for easy carry and storage. He called it dynamite. Alfred's personal fortune, well, exploded. To make sure his wealth was used for good causes instead of leaving a destructive legacy, Alfred created awards in his will to honor the findings of science, medicine, literature, and peace. You've heard of these medals named after him, the Nobel Prizes. Like dyes before, the money-making success of dynamite had chemists looking for other possibilities. Another German chemist, Karl Hasermann, found in 1891 he could just go back to that cluttered shelf. Bright yellow trinitrotoluene turned out to be rather explosive. It could even be poured in a liquid state into shells, making it easier to handle than dynamite sticks. So chalk up yet another explosive accidental discovery with TNT. All this research into nitro explosives led to refinement of super blowy-uppy azides. These rocket fuel compounds pack so much bang for their buck, they can inflate cars' airbags lightning fast, so your head hits the bag before the dashboard in a collision. Ironic then, that what started as a series of explosive accidental discoveries led to better safety in the face of explosive accidents.